finish my Discord work. Wonderful. We're just gonna hear to see what our audio delay point. And make sure that we're hearing ourselves back properly. Hi, Jean. Hello. Hi. Just making the post out to the Discord about going live. I'm good. Glad to have our power back. We had a little bit of a power outage in the area. But things are doing good. Just got back from lunch. How is oxygen included going? Sorry, oxygen not included. That's the entire point. It can be a lot of fun. Which planet are you using? Fair. Yeah, everything's always going really good for me, and then I start running into heat problems because temperature becomes its own thing. Yeah. OBS, you okay? Okay, there we go, OBS. Ooh, what are you making for lunch? What is our lunch planned? Here we go. Leftover tossed and chicken. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, let's see if I can grab the description from the Steam page for this game. So, Seeds of Calamity had just recently come out of being in beta phase and into early access. It's a little cozy game with one primary developer. And so you play as our little character here, which you can make customization and changes to. And then you have a little companion, which is also the focus of like your magic at different points and will help you find things in the world. And so we have a few different skin tone options, hairstyles, outfit, like dress locations, regardless of body type. We have different allocations. When we look at different facial conditions, so one of the things that are very common is individuals with darker skin tone is having a point where your melanin doesn't hold in certain parts of your skin. So you end up with like patches with level lighter skin, and it's really nice to like see a game hold space for that and hold space for them as individuals. It's not something I see very often in the gaming-based community. This one, and then for our skin color, we'll go slightly lighter. Oop. There we go. More. I have it tied up and out of our way. We want it to be a fun color. I think if we're going with the fun color, we want bigger hair so everyone can see the fun color. Hi, Ben! Hello! I see the little wave. I wave. Okay, so we've done our skin color, our hair color, and our hairstyle. So pick which kind of top we want to wear. Ooh, they have different colored trim options. I did play part of the beta originally before this game came out into early access. So I know how some of the mechanics work. How dark do we want our pants? Oh, we could put a little flower in our hair. Okay. Do we want to go like more of a light pink? This is the light pink option, and then we have a green and this like light blue. I'm leaning more towards the blue, and that we might have to change our shirt color in order to have it all match. Or we can go with the skirt. So many choices. Oh, we can have a little chicken. We can have a little purple chicken. Okay, this will be chats. And then our companion will be crafts. And it will be chats and crafts. Are you sure you want your name to be chats and your companion to be crafts? Yes. A war was fought between two proud nations. It was a relentless circle of conflict and betrayal that has lost long since forgotten any memory of why it began. Oh, hello, dragon. In a desperate attempt, a great powerful beast was summoned. This beast is known as the Great Calamity. It raced across the land, causing untold destruction in its wake. As it centered on the capital city of Arfel, a call for aid rang out. Many warriors answered the call and attacked the horrible beast. Though the warriors fought bravely, many were lost. Finally, the remaining warriors stood together and landed the killing blow on the beast. The destruction caused by the Great Calamity was so devastating that the rulers of each country agreed to a peace treaty. I wish we didn't need mass casualties and destruction for people to will to work together, but sometimes additional motives are required. Happy one! I hope you have fun at D&D. May the dice roll in your favor, and may your nat ones be legendary and funny as well. Now that the war was over, the long process of healing could begin. And that is why we're here, chaps. My name is Trayla, and I am the mayor here in Pine Lily Village. Ooh. It's been nearly 20 years since the Great Calamity, but the capital city of Arsfell is still rebuilding. Villages like this one provide supplies to the capital to help with the reconstruction efforts, as well as provide resources to the Adventuring Guild. When the guild requests land for a member to cultivate, I was happy to give them the old farm outside of the village. Ah, so we're from the guild. I know that life as a farmer was probably not what you were expecting when you signed up for the Adventurers Guild, but I promise village life can be quite fulfilling. Oh, my little chicken's a book. Oh, such an adorable little guy. Oh well, aren't you just wonderful? I haven't seen a spellbook companion in quite some time. I've heard they are very loyal and can be taught quite powerful spells. If you're interested in combat with your companion, there is a dungeon north of the village. Once you've settled in, I'm sure Guild Liaison Tora will give you more information. Oh, great timing, Lady Valta. I wanted to introduce you to our new adventure turned farmer, Chats. They're a member of the Adventure Guild and going to fix up the old farm. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm a retired professional from Arswell Academy. Ooh. Well, hello, Professor. May I learn much from you? I offer my magical experience in spellcrafting services to all who live here, for a price, of course. Since you are here to help with Arswell reconstruction efforts, I wish to gift you these enchanted tools. They're far superior than the average farm tools, okay? These tools have been enchanted to enhance their capacity and will never break. If you wish to upgrade them further, speak with me later. Excellent. Now that you have your tools, let's go see your new home. Please follow me. Hi, Gnome! I love your little icon. It's wonderful. Rakan did a great job. Well, there we are. I know it's not much to look at now, but I'm sure you'll have it looking good as new, with a little bit of elbow grease. Emerald, maybe a lot of elbow grease. You may sell anything you wish simply by placing it in the wooden crate on the left of your farmhouse. Once per day, I'll gather the items for sale to Arsfeld, okay? Oh, remember, in the Adventurers Guild posts weekly requests for goods that they'll pay extra for. Wonderful. That's kind of a later thing when I have more storage capacity. Make sure to check the crate each week to see what goods are more required. One last thing. Here are some seeds and gold to get you started. Yes! Starting resources. Well, I think they're enough for now. I know you've had a long journey, so please take your time settling in and starting fresh tomorrow morning. You have a lot of work ahead of you. Our little home. It will be a bright and sunny day tomorrow, perfect for exploring the village. Okay, so this is what's gonna... We have a little ball to tell us about the weather. We have a little cooking stove. We're gonna be able to make potions. This needs to be fish and produce-based food, and this is our vegetarian options. All items placed in this chest will be available to the crafting station on your farm. Then you can update the chest to stack. Ooh. Okay. We have a lot more storage. Unlockable potential. Here's how we upgrade our character if we want to change our appearance. And books that we can find. Oh, there's a lot of books in here. Okay. Q is for our quest. Oh, no, it's our inventory. Tab is for our quests. Our skill points. Our map. Unique lake. Ooh. Enchanting altar. We're gonna have to go see what that wants from us. Okay. Okay, you have to cut through our farm to get to the rest of town. So I guess we'll have to be careful where we put stuff to make sure they don't run it over. Ooh, a little island cave. What is this? How do I get there? It has ground. That's like the ground path everywhere else. And then there's a little cave over here and a southern ruin. Has bridges, and then in town we've Urine, Eric, Finn. Oh, Finn also has house. Helena and Garen. Okay, this is where Lady lives. Tora and Estrid. And the spirit shrine, and then there's the dungeon. Okay. And this is for our welcome meadow. To get started, you should clean some space on your farm to plant these seeds I gave you. Growing crops will give you resources and gold once sold. Just so you know, in the event everyone goes to the tavern to wind down, make sure to stop by sometimes. Okay, so there's evening social events. We have an outside storage. We're gonna have to try and get that fixed. We can make our own chests so we can have additional storage outside of the primary storages. And torches, which will be helpful because it's going to get dark at some point. Okay. Gotta find the right places to stand in order to optimize our ability to harvest. Oh, we still have a point over here. Ah, because this is where we sell. So, the main ones we've been provided for the coral seeds. Mud baths and crystal slimes are the ones that are going to give us extra money at the moment. Hi, Barry! Hello! Welcome in. We are playing Seeds of Calamity. It's a semi-new farming game. With a single-based developer. And so here's our little map at the moment. And we have a few different individuals to meet within the town. How do I get sheep? And then we have our little calendar. So we have a merchant come at the end of the week every day. We have 2 festivals this season, the Rain Festival and the Pine Lily Day Festival. And then these ones are for when the new requests pop up here. So they'll give us extra money for selling these resources. Gotta make sure I save enough energy to actually plant and water my crops. Actually, let's see what the options are within the game. Bring up some of the audio a little bit so make sure everyone can hear the music. So with the WASD for movement, item interaction, tabs, additional slots. Who has this adorable little dancing cat? Oh my god, they're so cute. And that's for display. So under accessibility, I don't want screen shake. We can increase the length of our day. What does that do? Maybe let's give us more time to walk around. Okay, we won't change too many of these settings. Okay, we have multiple language options. Very nice. Okay, let's go on and get a little bit more wood. A little more ground opened up for our seeds. Oh, I messed up. I missed one of my swings. Okay, but I can unhoe it, so that's okay. Little booty shake. And then a watering can. Don't worry, your watering can will never run out of water. That's helpful. And so these are the starting seeds, and then some of the wild seeds I had gotten from hoeing up the fiber. So we'll be careful not to run out all of our energy. Can we say hi to the popper? We can say hello to the popper. There you are. Astral asked me to help you out. My name is Drink. Okay. I lost everything battling in the Great Calamity. I am so sorry, man. The only good for fishing is I don't think that's true. Enough of the past, now listen up. You could see if fish are close to the water surface by looking for moving shadows in the water, like over there. The more common the fish, the more shadows in one spot you'll see. Just cast your line and wait for a bite. Got it? Good. Now go out there and bring me back a sertraline darter. It's quite commoner. Okay. So common fish have 3, uncommon have 2, rare has 1. You can only cast your line in certain fishing spots marked by shadows. They change daily in all bodies of water. Okay. We'll start over here and see what happens. We don't have much energy, so this may not be something we can actually fully complete today. Oh, we caught one! Okay. We'll try catching a second fish just for... Oh, sorry, that happened very quickly. So we're gonna give you... Did you catch one? We did! Oh, here you go. Oh, not bad. Here, take the old lure of mine. It might come in handy. Okay. We can only have 3 quests active at the same time. Which means if we have more than 3 things to attempt to get done, we cannot. So if you're over the fishing line, it says here in the options, you can right click and then will show up all the different lures you have access, which will then help be able to change the impact on fishing. Okay. We're running low on energy. I may have to just run to town. Okay, and we're gonna sell the fish to make some money. And before we start putting a bunch of stuff down, we had seen, opening our map, there's this altar. But this has an exclamation point, so we're gonna see what the cool new thing is. What do we have here? Looks like someone new to play with. You know, we haven't had a human interact in our lanterns in ages. Well, we did scare away the last few. Oh no. Anywho. There used to be a human long ago who was able to lure all kinds of interesting insects to our lantern. She even logged which bugs were lured by what. Ooh. Fascinating. But there wouldn't be fun at all. Precisely. So instead of her boring notes, we'll tell you riddles instead. That's way better than just being given the answer. Oh, and keep an eye out for our lanterns. We've claimed quite a few places as our own over the years. Look for our lanterns and you'll find more riddles to solve. Okay. This is going to be so much fun. I'm glad they're excited for this experience. Okay, the first one is a flame. Let's view the riddle. Rinagoli, hello. 2-hand wave. I send many waves in chat. The upside is the stream is currently in the park position, so taking my hands off the wheel has not caused any concerns. if anyone is interested, we do currently, me and Grumble have a shared Discord. So you can come join us in our living room. Come and hang out. Okay, so what is our riddle? Unknown bait item. It seems as a seed in a shell, smooth and round. It holds the potential for a grand tree once found. Okay, so it has to be one of the starter items, because this is one of the first riddles we are provided. Because it has to be smooth. I'm gonna hope it's an acorn. Nice. I think I have to wait till tomorrow, though. You can only catch each bug in the dungeon once per day. Okay. Oh, okay, so these ones I have to wait until tomorrow. But the ones in the dungeon I can do the same day, but then I can only catch it once. I missed. Well, I'm out of energy. Let's go for more walks. Okay, this thing wants us to interact with it. You feel a faint magical presence around the antique altar. Ooh. You also hear an almost impetuous hum sound coming from below. That's like all of the wood we have. Okay. The hum sounds slightly louder. You know what? The hum has gotten quite loud. Okay. $20 stuff. It seems like it may be requesting all of our starting resources. The hum has slightly increased in volume. I'ma hope that's a good thing. Oh my goodness, we gave our little friend hugs. Okay, at least we have more of the fiber, so it didn't take like all of our fiber to do this. Okay, okay. And now it wants a crop. Okay, we definitely don't have this purple-based crop at the moment, and it wants 5 of them. Okay. Well, we're currently out of energy, so we're not gonna be able to do parts of certain things. Let's go see who's in town. Okay, so this was the starting shop. Hello, how are you settling in? Very well. I know I told you this when you first arrived, but as a reminder, I run this general store, which sells all the seeds and farming supplies you'll need. I am glad someone is also selling supplies. I may need more items than I can gather myself. I really appreciate you taking over the old farm. I saw how devastated Arfel was after the Great Calamity, and it's wonderful we have you to help sell supplies to the city. Okay, so this, based on the fact that it's purple, I'm going with this, is what was requested, but I wanted 5, which is like half of our money. And it takes 12 days to grow. Can we afford 8 so it fits properly? Yes. Wonderful. Let's actually move that not into our main box so we don't accidentally gift it. Ooh, more characters to meet. Hello. My name is Tora, and I am the guild liaison for the Arfel Adventuring Guild. It's my job to handle any correspondence from the guild as well as evaluate training adventurers who wish to enter the dungeon. In a few days, once you've had a chance to settle in, I'd be happy to walk you through the process if you're interested in dungeon diving. Yes, we will definitely be going into the dungeon once it is an option. We meet again. You may call me Lady Vestra. Okay. Alfair had always been my home, but I couldn't stay after the Great Calamity. 100% understandable. While I wish I was able to help more with the reconstruction, I am not as young as I used to be. Thankfully, I've been quite happy with my retirement thus far. But enough about me. I'm sure you have your hands full with the old farm. But don't forget, I can upgrade your farm tools. For a price, of course. Okay. Oh, okay. 2,000 per upgrade. That's doable. Oh, there we have more of the fishing shadows for later on. Yuri. Welcome, you can call me Yuri. I live above the library with my brother Eric. Very nice to meet you. We lost our parents during the Great Calamity. I am so sorry, darling. It feels like a weight has been lifted to know that our village is helping with the reconstruction efforts. I will. On a lighter note, we met and you were just like, you should know this one massively life-altering event that happened in my life right up front. While most of the books in the library are free, I do sell rare books that come from passing caravans. Let me know if you're interested. Ooh. Okay, a coven has found figures telling the fields. The little flower. 4 chapters, 3 chapters. Okay, I'm sorry. How much were these books? Oh, hi. I'm Eric. I'm a researcher from Arfell Academy. The history of the village hasn't been studied much, so the Academy is sponsoring my research here. Did you know Pine Lily Village is the oldest village in the region? It doesn't look like it because the original village was seriously destroyed over 100 years ago, long before the War of the Great Calamity. Except for the temple and a few ruins, none of the original buildings are still standing today. No one knows why the village was destroyed, but I'm determined to find it out. Okay? Anyway, can you help me find my magnifying glass? I lost it the other day when I was out digging for artifacts, and I think I might have accidentally buried it. I've heard that Spellbook Companion, which is our little purple chicken, can learn location spells. You should talk to Lady. She was the spellcraft professor at Arfell Academy, so maybe she can help. We have been provided a task. Okay. Now we have enough day to go up and talk to her before we meet the rest of the townsfolk. Oh, you want your companion to be able to locate buried objects? Specific location spells are very draining, but a more general one wouldn't take nearly as much magic. It wouldn't have a very large range, but your companion would be able to find any buried near you. Okay? Sounds like that will fit your needs nicely. Stand over there. This won't take long. Oh, our little buddy. That's the little guy. There, that should do it. I'm sure Eric will be happy to hear your companion can now locate his magnifying glass. Please come back if you see any. Oh, I hope I don't have any adverse side effects. Little bouncing. Look at my little companion following me. Look at that little bounce. Little guy. Okay, well, she told me to come back and talk to you, so. I'm glad to hear Lady was able to help. To be honest, she scares me a little bit, but she has so much knowledge. I should try harder to talk to her more. What do you need? Oh yes, of course. I think my magnifying glass is near the windmill. Here in the valley. Let me know if you're able to find it. Okay. I was just letting you know the piece of information we were just provided. I think there's someone. Here's Finn. Oh, hi. My name is Finn. I'm the local carpenter around here, so if you have anything that you want to build, I'm your guy. I also sell farm animals and the supplies for taking care of them. I'm excited for you to get the old farm up and running. My brothers all work for the Armfield Adventurers Guild and have said how great it is to have steady supplies from villagers like us. How can I help? Let's see what you have for sale. Huh. I have an inventory upgrade to add 7 slots for 2,000. We can upgrade the crafting bench, but during that time we won't be able to use it. We have the farm storage in and outside and inside. No, this one's inside. That one's outside. On the farm. We can upgrade the coop once we have one, and we can upgrade our. We can get a purple rock hen. Oh, but there are none in stock. That's okay. I wonder what we have to do to unlock our little friends. Okay, we're gonna have to get a. Oh, you know what? I should see what the coop cost. See what we're up to. Building my farm. Oh, nope. Built something in my farm. Perfect. Okay, so the pen has 4 slots and a watering area and has its own little chest. Okay. 1,200, 50 wood, 50 stone. We did unfortunately just use like all of our stone and all of our wood up at the enchantment space. But that is definitely something we should work towards, being able to get chicken. It's like this little one. And then these little stands are the stands, so there's 4 spots. We don't have the energy to actually hoe here, so we're gonna have to come back tomorrow, unless we can buy or get some energy from someone else. Karen, it's great to see newcomers in the village. We haven't had nearly as many traveling adventurers since the Great Calamity. You can call me Garen. My wife, Helena, runs the tavern while I handle the kitchen. You have a very nice, large, open oven space. I don't think I can cook in this within the tavern, though. Farming is hard work, so you'll want to eat good food to keep your energy up. During the evening, you can buy food in the tavern, but you can also make it your own in your fireplace. Okay? If you use high quality ingredients, your dishes will also be of higher quality. So how about you bring me Traveler's Mix and I'll give you the recipe for coral root sticks. Okay? Trust me, you're going to want to start making tasty dishes once you try eating the tavern mix. Okay, we have 2 quests. We can only have a maximum of 3. I think unfortunately both of them are gonna have to wait partially until tomorrow. My name is Helena. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am the owner of the Village Tavern. It's great to see a new face around here. Before the Great Calamity, this tavern was filled with traveling adventurers passing through, but now Ironfell is rebuilding. Most don't bother to travel out this far. But just because we don't get many taverners doesn't mean our fare is subpar. My husband Garen is an amazing cook, and our menu rotates often. So don't be a stranger, you hear? Do I have to wait till this evening to see your menu? Yes. There's a little Gibbons. Hello, Gibbons. Oh my gosh, I can pet the Gibbons. And I can sit in the chair. Very nice. I summoned a coffee and a chocolate croissant. What kind of treat will you pull? Okay, we need a minimum of 5, so we'll plant the 5. Oh, we already have 2 already planted. Okay. They were from our wild seeds. We don't have... We used our acorn in the puzzle. So we have to get 2 acorns tomorrow. But it appears we have met all of the townsfolk. Ah, right, because you're waiting for us to come back with trail mix tomorrow. If you're not ever sure what to do, talk to the villagers, complete tasks, decorate your farm, or explore the surrounding areas. Okay, so the extra star on our mud bag is given an extra 2. And our normal one is 6. Click tab for your journal to see what quests you currently have available. It seems we are cutting down trees this morning. And watering our crops. We have our endless water supply. No one has said anything about a scarecrow yet. To give a little bit of insight, usually in, for example, like Stardew Valley, the first level of sprinkle you get sprinkles in a 4 instead of in an 8. And so I've made a semi-assumption that that may eventually happen. And the hopefulness that we can make sprinklers. Gnome got a coffee and a square. Ooh. If you could have any kind of square, what kind of square would you have? That's the wrong tool. I think I'm partial to a good Nanaimo bar. Myself. How did I miss that? But also a good, like, homemade Rice Krispie square is delightful. Let's plant that summer seed. Ooh, we have the energy to get the magnifying glass from the day before. Sometimes it's hard to live so far from the city. We are more than a 3-day journey from Arfel, which is where my family lives. I could really use one of my brother's famous scones fresh from them. Ooh. Has anyone here made like cheddar baked scones before? Where like you kind of crumble and then dry out the cheese so that like when you go to add it into the mixture, you're not getting as much of the oil leak out of it, but you're still getting some of like the stretch. I don't think it's been enough days for, because she said a few days for the guild. I was always getting into fights growing up. I hated bullies and refused to back down. I much prefer to talk about my differences than fight now, but I have to admit that fighting spirit helped me land my apprenticeship with the Adventurers Guild in Arfel. Well, I'm glad she got something out of it. I'm so sorry she had to go. All of these characters. It seems to be a thing with like an outline of cozy games. Is there's a certain amount of navigating the fact that things have happened. We forgot to farm up. We forgot to make the trail mix before leaving the house. So we're gonna run home real fast before. Actually, you know, we're already down here. We're gonna hand off the magnifying glass and then we're gonna run home. I spent a lot of time in the Arfel library growing up. Eric and I were raised by our grandparents, and I always enjoyed spending my afternoons getting lost in the shelves while they were busy. Were you able to find the magnifying glass? I was. Thank you so much. I'll be able to dive into my studies again. Oh, and I'm sure you have a lot of other interesting artifacts buried in the area. If you happen to find any, please bring them to me. I'll try to establish a museum above the library to display any artifacts you find. The history of this village is just so interesting. I want others to be able to learn about it too. We have completed a quest, and so, yes. Sneak home and make the tavern's mix for the tavern's keep. Oh, inside, because we have to go to the fireplace. Why is it of such good quality? We only had 2 acorns. It's a for a recipe for better food that we can make. It's worth providing the stars. Can you make the tavern's mix yet? Yes, yes I have. Hopefully you like it. Great job, this is quite skillfully made. As promised, here's the recipe for the coral root sticks. These crunchies, a bit sweet and very refreshing after a hard work day. Hopefully soon you'll be able to harvest your coral roots to make them. Okay, we've completed all of our current quest objectives and gotten our first recipe. As you can see, these few days quite a while. I may have longed the days so that we almost didn't give the little kibbins head pets. It is very important that we went back and we pet the cat. Let's see, what other areas do we currently have access to that we haven't spent a lot of time in? This is the area where the altar was. But there's also a fishing spot. Oh. Decrease arrows, but also decrease chance. We'll just see what we get in the process. Algae. Okay, maybe that's all there is at the moment. Maybe we're not high enough fishing level to catch the fish from there. Gotten a bone flute. Artifact. Interesting. Okay, so this pond gave us the same fish the larger pond did. Good to know. Let's move this up into our hotbar. And we'll leave this down here because it seems we need to go donate it. It's good! I got to play the beta when the beta was initially out. And so the game has moved into early access, and I've been personally really enjoying it. It has a lot more reflective character customizations in different ways, and I am loving my little companion friend. Like, look at this little chicken. Look at them bobbing. It's a little chicken. Working my way up to, I need 50 stone, 50 wood, and 1,200 of the currency type in order to get a chicken pen. But we're exploring the rest of the map area that we haven't been to yet. The rocks are stuck together with frost. I'm waiting till summer or fall to be able to remove the rocks. Okay. Oh, but there's fish I can catch up there. Yeah, there was also other options. Let's see. If we run home real fast. Little adventures. We'll stop by dropping off stuff we don't need to take with us. I don't think I need to keep that. We can change our appearance throughout the game. Including our little companions. So they had an orange, a purple, and a blue chicken. And then we also have a little fox friend in black, red, and brown. And then you could also have a little cat that's white, pink, or black. And then you can do different accessories, and you can have a beard, we went with the different type of blotching that sometimes happens when someone's skin isn't holding on to the melatonin fully, which then leaves little like changes and patches. And the outfit piece stays the same, rather you go... So all of the options for clothing pieces, rather you want more of a drape top or more of a skirt look, you could do on either the body type. To make it more interchangeable, and instead of having like it stating like it does in some cozy farming games where it's a feminine body and a masculine body, oh, we gave her a little chicken head pads. It's body type A and body type B as options instead of placing labels on them. I think there should be a... Okay, the pupper's inside. There he is. And this is our slightly more happy now, but originally we met him a little sad and a little grumpy. My dog here is named Kuma. I got him when he was just a puppy. I was in a dark place at the time, but Kuma helped me through. And for that, he deserves extra pets. And all of the additional love. More mudskips. Oh, actually, we should probably go try and drop off this bone flute to Eric at the museum. Before I forget about it and accidentally sell it. Your chaos level is 80 on a Sunday? Actually, my day has been a little chaotic. How chaotic am I in general, Moo? Oh. Gnome, 16% chaos, so orderly. I got 53% chaos today. Bone flute. Oh my goodness, hello! Welcome in! Thank you so much for the raid. How was Blueprints? Hello, raiders. Barry, you got 100% chaotic. You are ready for the world. Hi, Clovey. Oh my goodness. Little waves. Adorable. Absolutely adorable. I just... Your goblin be running. Did they steal something or are they running to the loot? Because they are on a mission. Oh, okay, so... Oh, thank you. Made you hungry. What are you hungry for? Do you have any plans for food? Fantastic. Where would you like to place? Oh, I have to pick a place. This is our first item, so I feel like it should go in the starting area. So we are currently playing Seeds of Calamity, which is a newish little indie cozy game. And we have our main little character that you get to customize, and you were part of the Adventurers Guild, and a part of your task as a being part of the group has been to come and run a farm in order to help cultivate supplies to be sent to the rebuilding of the capital that had been destroyed during what is known as the Great Calamity, where a large beast was summoned and destroyed majority of the civilization that was in war at the time. We're on day 2 of our little adventure. And we have our little companion here is a little purple chicken. They're also our spellbook. And they're going to help us in combat in the dungeons, but also help us find artifacts and items. And so we don't have to travel it alone. I was thinking smoothie or wrap. Ooh, but what about a smoothie with a wrap? That sounds delightful. Wraps make so much more food handheld, which would make it just like... I'm all for a good sit-down meal that you eat with a knife and fork, but there's something about being able to like hold your food in your hands that like a wrap or a burger gives you access to be more interactive with your food in relation. Haben! Hello! Roach did such a good job on Grommel's emotes. I love the little laughing dice. The other one from that collection that I truly adore is the little dance with like their little nails out. It just has a lot of like movement of being like, yeah, get in, let's go. Hello, Nicole. Thank you for joining, and thank you for the raid message. It's so nice to have people join. Fix that there. There we go. Oh, we fished up a book. Okay, the purple lines give us extra treasure. Very nice. Oh, we moved over to the book by accident. That's good. I'm actually gonna change. Initially, earlier I changed the day setting to be longer because I was worried we weren't gonna be able to get enough done in the day. So we'll just turn that back down a little bit and see how the day goes. I don't think it will actually go into effect until the next day, so we'll see. Oh, no. It seems moving a little quicker. This game is adorable. I am very excited to be able to show... Hey, actually, because we have My Little Chicken. But it isn't just one little chicken. You could have multiple chickens. Look at these little guys. I can also give them pets in the day? Oh no. Oh, I can't give you pets because you're on a stool. Okay. Limitation to who and when you can give them pets. Clovey, there is both a little Kibbins that you can give pets that lives in the tavern, and a dog that lives with our fishermen on like the outskirts of town. Let's see if we can wander over. we'll drop some stuff off that we need to keep. We can add the book to the bookshelf. There he is! Look at him! Just take a little nap outside. I love them. They are so cute. I think it's rather day 3 or day 4 that we get access to the dungeons. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. Some of the monsters, as a part of them still being scary creatures, are still adorable. We got another piece for the museum. Yeah, Seeds of Calamity. It's in early access right now, and it's just recently come out of its beta. I got to play some of the beta. The initial beta was the first 3 days, and then it had moved into its first 6 days. But the early access lets you go through the full year. But also, welcome. Oh, we ran into you. Welcome to the channel. We're gonna sell off the fish. We got 6 of the mudskips. So the ones up top with the little red marker are particularly the ones that the guild is requesting, so they'll pay you extra for. And then we have a few items that we've collected and gathered and traded for. Yeah, we're still in the day point. I would like to add something to the museum. Fantastic. Where would you like to put it? Okay. We have our first 2 items. And if we go up here, we're in the museum. So this is level 1 in the mine. This is level 2 in the mines. This is the 3rd level of the mines. This looks like the enchanted area. So we've been up here for the enchantment altar, and we've offered it wood, stone, and fiber. And now it wants a crop. But we have to grow 5 of them, and they take 12 days to grow. I hope you have a wonderful meal, some outside time. If I don't get to see you before you come back, Barry, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. And so, like, this is our farmhouse. And Jordan was old one who had the little white pupper. And then we have Arisid, who is the mayor of the town. Tona, who is the liaison for the guild, who will also be overseeing our combat training before we're allowed to go into the dungeon. Helena and her husband Garin are the ones who run the tavern. Lady Valstra is a professor from the capital, but since she has retired, she's retired into this town. She's also the one who's going to be upgrading our tools throughout the playthrough. Yuri and Eric are siblings who resign here as a part of Eric's research. They're studying the history of the town. And Finn is our carpenter, but also the individual who oversees animal stock. For example, if we unlock, like, once we unlock the pen to get chickens, we'll be able to get the pen, the feed, and the chickens all from Finn. It is an adorable game. And I think it's day 3 or day 4 that we get access to the mines. But do we have anything on us right now? No. Oh, nope. I clicked the wrong button. I may have just backtracked a part of our day. By accident. I did accidentally backtrack a part of our day. I am so sorry. I went to go here to click save. And the last time the game had saved on our behalf was when we were looking at character creation screen. Okay, there's any. But can we take the boat? An old rowboat, whether... Okay. We can't seem to use the boat at the moment. This is a rare fish. We don't have the fishing level yet. Okay, but we got back the book and the items. Let's go drop them off. Before I forget. Does that mean save options? Accessibility that we did not slow down the day, we did not. Okay, we'll speed up the day. Time to talk to people. Okay, so here's the 4 different seeds for this season. We're kind of a full... They only take 4 days, okay. So once this is... We have all of our coral seeds grown, then we'll plant more of everything else. Baked fish. Red hunts. Red kit. Ooh. Okay, we don't have enough for baked fish yet. But I think it might help. Hand in our first items. So now they're in the museum, and we're just going to save. For all of the new people in we have exclamation point command, which will tell us all of the commands we currently have listed in channel, and particularly one of the new ones is exclamation point Discord, because me and Grummel have a shared Discord, so we invite you to join us in our living room. Ooh, we can read one of the chapters. Reading a chapter will move time of the day forward. You will receive a reward for completing all chapters of a book. Are you sure you want to right now? Yes. There was once a boat captain who set off to find riches deep in the ocean. She knew the journey would be treacherous, and so made sure her boat was well stocked. Okay. Keep reading. I think we have enough day to keep reading. Every day she dove into the ocean, searching for treasure. Unfortunately, the ocean would not give up its treasure easily. She had many close calls and thought she was a skilled diver. She returned to her boat empty-handed day after day. Yeah, we're not in the evening yet, and at the evening we're going to the tavern because everyone should be at the tavern this evening. Finally, after many fruitless days of searching, she decided to head home. The ocean was too vast, and she was running low on supplies. While packing up her gear, she noticed golden coins tangled in the boat. Very interesting. After all the searching, the treasure had come to her. Oh. In the back of the book, you find an old map. Treasure maps can be opened in your inventory. Okay. Mushroom trees. Okay, so it has to be up by the enchanting area. Okay, we're gonna go see the townsfolk at the tavern. Just to make sure we've said hi to everyone and give us a chance to see the pets, because the pets they come here as well, and we have to give them both little head pats and see if there's any quest. My dog here is Kuma. I got him when he was a puppy. I was in a dark place at the time, but Kuma helped me through. I'm glad you had a little companion to help. Okay, so this is the purple melon that we're growing for the enchanting setup. Carpenters run in my family. I grew up with a saw in one hand and a hammer in the other. I was always underfoot in my parents' shop, but they're happy I'm carrying on the family tradition. I came to visit this village as an attempt to retire. I was tired of the academic life and wanted to live somewhere more peaceful. I miss some of the creature comforts of the city, but I enjoy village life there. It sounds far less everything's happening at once. Okay, but it is now nighttime. We may have enough time to go check out this map. Because the enchanted area was over on this side. Okay, it was by this cluster. Wait, is it on the mushrooms? It is the mushrooms. E. You spot Aja behind some unusual mushrooms. Oh, we got actual stuff. Okay, that's cool. I thought we might get like an artifact, but we have gotten iron, we got planks, we got attunement gel. We watered all of our crops. Now we're gonna get some sleep before the day ends. Okay, we're gonna start by watering all of our crops. We put down some spring seeds, so there's a little bit of variety. The upside is it does not appear that any crows have come trying to eat our harvest. Ooh, we may have been using a lot more of our energy than I thought we would be this time of day. We have no active quest open. So we should be able to head out without any direct consequences. But it seems like the mines are open. Hello there, hope you're settling in well. As the official Farewell Adventurers Guild liaison, want to talk to you about entering the dungeon north of the village. You're a member of the guild, so I'm sure you're itching to go dungeon diving. Come, walk with me. We are walking very quickly. We are people on a mission. As liaison, it is my job to vet anyone who wishes to enter the dungeon. The dungeon itself, classification as a category 2, but it's not very well explored. The first floor of the dungeon used to be a mine, but was abandoned for obvious reasons long ago. The lower floors haven't been explored at all, so I want to make sure you're prepared. Fair? Safety first. Through this door is the dungeon, but there are 2 things you'll need before I let you enter. You will need food. You may find old supply caches in the dungeon, but it's best to take your own. Target guide and ensure help out, okay? Second, you'll need to defend yourself. Looks like your spellbook companion doesn't know any combat spells. Talk to a lady. I'm sure she'll be able to help. Okay. We have a quest. We're going to talk to the tavern couple, and then we're going to head over to the professor to see if she can help. They're outside. Everyone's so accessible today. Oh, you want to enter the dungeon? Well, I'm glad Tora told you to get supplies. There are many benefits that food can give you, other than being delicious, of course. Many cooked dishes will boost your health or energy, but there are other benefits. Oh, side effects of certain dishes. I know of one I got from a village elder not too far from here, who swears it can counteract negative magical effects. I've never tried it myself, but I'm happy to share the recipe with you. The river medley, okay? I was actually cooking with the recipe last night. Ooh. She might still have some... Okay. Oh, and I'm sure she also had some leftovers to give you from last night. I sometimes get a bit ambitious about how much our village can eat in one night. Oh sure, I'm happy to help. Here, please take the river medley and some leftovers from last night. I'm sure they will help you greatly while you're in the dungeon. Okay. Oh. So we got the sugar melon salad and the river one. Okay. The other person I was supposed to talk to is a lady, so we'll be back to talk to him in a second. I feel like there's supposed to be more inclusion. So you want to go into the dungeons, but your spellbook companion doesn't know any spells? Well, lucky for you, I was a professor of spellcrafting at the academy. Okay. Now I'm happy to give you some basic spells, but for more powerful ones, I will ask for monetary compensation. Your companion will also need to gain more combat experience before they're ready for different element types, lightning or fire. Here, welcome to you. This is my turn. Ooh, okay. Walk up to the table. I think we only have the 4 available at the moment. And we don't have $2,000 to buy that one. But we can unlock other ones over time. Okay. Good news. Before you go, I would like to encourage you to experiment with different spells once your companion has gained more combat experience. Some elemental spells have unique synergies that would behold your exploration. Hi, Darch! Hello! We're playing Seeds of Calamity. It's a newly gone into early access cozy farming game where you are an individual from the Adventurers Guild, and the task you are currently doing is running a farm and helping to search through the local tavern. So we're actually just getting the spells now to go into the dungeon. You better go back and tell Tona that you can defend yourself. I'm taking a nap, but saw we evaded. Hi, Joel. I hope you had a good nap. Or I hope you're able to get back to sleep so you're able to continue your nap. Who has this adorable little e-boat? Oh my goodness. Snug. Yeah, okay, so we have to go back to our tavern couple. You both seem to be perfectly fine now. Okay. The question mark above your head has gone. Oh my gosh, such a cute little sneeze. Nice. Excited? I see you've talked with Green and Lady Sun. I have. Now for the fun part. Delightful. Above my office here, I have a training room where you can try out the new spells. If you fulfill your practice dummies, you can come back. Okay, let's go try and prove ourselves in order to be able to go into the dungeon. So for spells, there are different types. Like, this one's a single target spell, and when you click on it, you can kind of tell because it only highlights over the one. In relation to area effect spells that when you hover, attack everything on the board. And some have additional condition points. For example, this Wave Crash has a chance to inflict Soak, which is a condition that can then balance. So here on the side, this enemy has been soaked. So we look at an example like Tidal Wave, which affects all. Does extra damage to characters with this condition, or has a chance to do extra damage. I don't think they fight me back. That would be a lot more scary. And so we're going to drop this. And then we will have proven ourselves. Well done. I think you're ready for the real thing now. I open the dungeon entrance every morning, but I lock it in the evening, so make sure you enter on time. I have a few more things to explain, so please meet me outside the dungeon. After that, I promise you'll be able to dive in. Oh, okay, that was just because you're still in the room, and we're still on this little adventure together. And here's the dungeon. We're gonna enter floor 1. This is the last area before you get into the dungeon. To enter deeper, you will need to go through this door. Okay? Beware, the dungeon is ever changing, and once you leave a room, you won't be able to go back. Each floor of the dungeon is guarded by a powerful boss creature, and the closer you are to the boss, the stronger the normal creatures become. Okay. As I just demonstrated, this crystal structure is the only way you can exit the dungeon. If you see one, regardless of the floor, you can use it to teleport back to this room. But be warned, once you teleport back, it will be nighttime and you won't be able to enter the dungeon again until the following day. Congratulations! You may now freely enter the dungeon. I wish you luck. Happy dungeon crawling. Wonderful. Okay. So these are types of quests. So these were the basic on like how to play the game, and you're learning the structure of the system, and we've completed all of those. I am so curious to know what all of these are. And then these ones are the guild where we just did our practice, where we got to fight the circle dummies. They'll get quests later on, and then we'll be able to take on those in order to determine where within the dungeon we want to go or what we want to focus on. The scroll above each door indicates what lies ahead. Combat. Elite combats, there's 2 per like section, so there'll be 2 in like a 10 set. And if you fight both of them, you get both halves of the collective gem, and then you can use that to unlock a special chest after you defeat the boss. Which means you have to do all of it in the same run. There's fishing and the teleport space, which will be like the blue crystal that we have. Mining, bugs, which there's 2 little spiritual foxes that are going to be giving us riddles. And then if you have the stuff to solve the riddle, they'll give you an item in response. And then puzzles, which are different navigation spaces in order to get rewards that way. Once you fill a certain part tracker, you can fight the boss, so they'll be after all of the pieces have been filled. So this is our main room. We're just gonna do a quick little walk around to see if our little chicken friend finds anything. Let's hope to get a little bit heavier damage because they were sleeping. Wonderful. Is there anything cool buried under the ground? Okay. And now we go to the puzzle, because we don't have a lot of items in order to offer right now. Okay, and so for this puzzle, we're trying to move the minecarts so that we can get this minecart to this hook, and then this switch will allow us to reset the entire room in case we mess up. I don't know if it's gonna fit there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, if you get stuck, reset the minecarts by pulling the lever. Oh. Oh no! I pushed this cart the wrong way. Confirm. We're gonna push this down. Push that backwards. Down. Over. And down. Should open up halfway. The chest is open. Okay. Do. Yes, OBS? Are you all good? Oh, you just... the music be spiking you a little bit. There we go. Okay, we now have an amethyst and a fire opal. And 2 combat doors. Okay. Okay, they're asleep. Okay. And now we're gonna Can we get away with sleeping so that we're full energy to have to fight the rock crab? Yes? Okay. Ooh, we also got an emerald. Okay, so this was a part of one of the items the guild was looking for. You found some supplies left behind by previous adventurers. Looks like it's still usable. Okay. We got a healing elixir. We got an extra river medley. We now have all of the gem types. Check the ground to see if there's anything down here that we can take with us. That we can take to Eric at the museum. Okay, they focus on healing instead of attacking us. Wonderful. I prefer not to be attacked. We have iron. More resources, the better. Okay, so this was the elite combat. We're gonna do one more walk around the room. Just to see if there is any items buried here. It does not seem to be. And that is okay. Oh, they have extra hit points. They are stronger than they were before. Ooh, 12 damage is a lot of damage. Okay. But we have gotten the elite key. You require an elite key half. Defeat another elite combat room to acquire the other. Get both to open the elite chest after defeating the boss. This all seems to be going well. Okay, and so when we first entered the dungeon, there was a thing like this. So if we wanted to, or if we were low health or low energy, we could leave the dungeon and come back the next day. But we're doing pretty well at the moment, so we're gonna... I don't really have the backpack space to go fishing at the moment. So we're going into another combat. Oh, there are so many things. One less thing in the room, please. 12 points. Okay. Glad the rock creature is still asleep. So we get to fight them by themselves and not while while they have additional friends to help fight us. Ooh, we have a chest. We have more iron. Delightful. Now we did do the first elite fight. But do we want to go mining for more resources? Or do we want to do the fight? We could heal slightly. And then go into the combat. And see what kind of things we get. Oh. Okay. Let's not wake up the rock crab if we don't have to in the first round. Yeah, we'll save ourselves a little bit of damage input by breaking them up into different sections. I am so glad we healed before coming into this combat. Because they put us back to where we started. But this means we got the other half. Wonderful, wonderful. Ooh, that does also put us into a thought-based position. It's a golden slime. No, I don't want to fight you right now. So, golden slimes are a random chance companion, like enemy that comes in, and if you're able to destroy them before they run off, you get an extra item. See, they're all nervous. Oh no. Don't get nervous. When you're nervous, you're really fast. We woke up the crab in order to try and get the slime before it runs away. Thankfully, as it takes damage, it does less damage to us. Okay, yes, we still have room in our inventory. Oh, but we only have one more health. I don't think we're fighting the boss today. Oh no, we've been weakened. We're gonna reduce the weakened effect. And then sleep off the second effect. Okay. We survived. We made it to the other side. Our inventory is looking very full. We're just gonna save real quick. Oh no, in this one, everyone's awake. Okay, okay. I love the little animations that happen around your character while you're casting, because they vary depending on the elements. So the one that we have the most access to right now is water. So we get this little collection of water around us. Okay, do a little walk around. We have one spot in our inventory. Let's see if there's anything we can grab. No, all good. Yeah, so we definitely don't have the health to go into this store. This is the boss store. Oh, we found an item. Abandoned candlesticks. Okay. Now we're back at the front entry. And majority of the townsfolk should be at the tavern. There's nothing like planting your first spring seeds to shake off the winter frosts. Wouldn't you agree? I would agree. There's something really nice about starting to harvest at the beginning of the year. Ben has grown up since he's moved to this village, of course. It's still fun to tease him about his childhood. We get to give the animals little pats. I appreciate that the cat purrs when you give it little pats. Did you know that Ira was the one to suggest we move to Pin Lily Village after I graduated from the academy? She said that some time away from the city would do us good. I think she was right. Aww. I'm glad you support your sister. Oh, have you finished reading a new book lately? I always get such mixed feelings when finishing a book. I'm happy to finish it, but sad to be done as well. Yeah, when you have a good book, like a book you're truly enjoying, and you come to the end of it, and it's a mental notion that you'll never be able to have that first experience with those characters anymore, but now knowing you get to go back and see all of the small detail and things that like you may have missed along the way. While I'm pleased that we must no longer deal with the cold winter, I am less agreeable to the mud and dirt that spring thrust upon us. Spring is the time for new lives, both for plants and for animals. Very true. We'll have to give him the candlesticks tomorrow when he's at closer to the museum and research place. So we will drop it in here for now, along with our things we're keeping. We're gonna take the food inside. And sell off the monster parts. Should I keep one of everything? I don't know how hard some of these things might be to get later on. I guess we'll see over time which ones of them are rare. Oh, warning. If you don't go to sleep before night is over, you'll faint. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, the monster parts sell for good money. And we get a lot of them in our day. So it's probably going to be the main way in which we fund all of our other projects. And we're not going to play through today. I just want to set... Oh, it's raining. Are they ready to harvest? Nope. Good thing we can't just accidentally smash our crops. Okay. We are approaching the end, heading into 2 hours, which was the time I had to stream for today. So we're going to actually pop this back in here, hit save. And we're going to look into seeing who we have that we can raid. Which of our friends are live? Okay. Seems like McCall is live. Phil is playing Blueprints. What is McCall playing? McCall's playing Celeste. Let's make sure I get all the capitalizations and spacing bars. And then we'll make sure the proper icon pops up. There we go. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Me and Roach Mage are playing Stardew Valley. We're doing a JoJo run starting on June 12th. I've added it to my schedule so you can check it for your timeline. So if you come back to my channel later and you check the schedule, it will show due to your time zone when we are playing on Thursday. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye. Boop. Is an early access um life sim. Farming. Farming.